First here tonight at 6, new developments after a WHAS 11 News report last night causes heated debate among viewers. A Jefferson County parent says a registered sex offender who assaulted his 11-year-old daughter remained active on social media, a violation of probation.
And the father's concerns were worsened when he says this information fell on deaf ears with an officer. Well, today, WHAS 11's Brooke Hash has tonight's newest developments in this case. Brooke?
Well, Melissa, this photo of 18-year-old TJ Chaddock will remain on the Kentucky Sex Offender Registry for the next 20 years. Chaddock did not receive jail time after pleading guilty to sexual abuse in the second degree, but the victim's father says he's since violated more of his probation on the social media site Instagram, talking with other girls. After our coverage last night, Chaddock did appear to have taken down his Instagram page. However, we've not been told of any reprimands for Chaddock. Now, the Department of Corrections would only speak on protocol for the cases similar to this, but would not give specifics on his case.
We employ several different tools to assist us in our supervision of sex offenders and their use of the internet.
Lisa Howard admits the tools used by the Kentucky Department of Corrections are not foolproof.
We know every time an offender's computer or telephone has accessed any website. So we have that ability to do that. However, what that doesn't do is control every possible computer or device that offender could have access to.
Making it harder for probation officers to monitor every sex offender under their watch. However, Howard says officers over these offenders are given smaller caseloads than other officers.
Last month, our caseload average was right at 46 offenders per officer. Right now we have 34 officers across the state supervising around 1,700 folks on sex offender supervision.
Howard says many offenders use library computers, family phones, and other devices to get around the laws regarding their probation. This Jefferson County father says 18-year-old TJ Chaddock assaulted his 11-year-old daughter, who Chaddock found through Instagram. Chaddock pleaded guilty to second-degree sexual abuse, putting him on the sex offender list. The father found out Chaddock was still on Instagram weeks later, a violation of state law. He feared this would open a window to yet another assault. The father says he told Chaddock's probation officer about the violation, but he says nothing happened. We went to Chaddock's door, but no one answered. Howard could not comment on Chaddock's case.
There's no reason that an officer would not report such a violation once they have knowledge of it.
The consequence for this violation is a Class A misdemeanor, a finable offense.
However, we have it on our conditions, and for offenders whose offenses have to do with internet access and perhaps obtaining victims through the internet, then that's viewed very seriously.
With a view behind bars for the offender.
We are bound by policy to report those things.
Parents can always conduct their own search using the Kentucky State Police Criminal Offender Registry website. For that link, just head to our website, WHAS11.com. Brooke Hash, WHAS 11 News.